Hi, this is Trepacer. As promised in my vlog, I did my vlog in bed vlog this morning. I went to see my brother today, so I was gone most of the day, but I got back in time to watch a movie, and I watched Spy, starring Melissa McCarthy, Jason Statham, Rose Byrne, and Jude Law. And basically, it's the story of Susan Cooper. That's Melissa McCarthy's character. She's like a CIA analyst who works. She's like the eyes and ears of the spies, and she works closely with Jude Law's character. And of course, she's secretly in love with him, of course. And but of course, she lives an ordinary life, and she wants to be, of course, she's in love with him, and she wants to be more than just an analyst. And of course, during a mission where Jude Law's character is compromised, basically he's compromised, and other agents are basically compromised. She has to go undercover because she's the only, she volunteers to go undercover because nobody knows who she is. She's a nobody, and she decides to, volunteer and track down this daughter of this terrorist who basically stole a nuke and just trying to sell it. So she basically has to just go in and not get involved, but just track this this female who's the daughter of this that has the bomb and is trying to sell it. So basically, and Jason Statham's character in this movie he plays an agent who's one of the compromised agents, and basically when they put Susan in the field, he basically poo-poos it, and he basically follows her around. He goes rogue, as it were. And let me say, this movie the comedy is really uneven in this movie. I think the best parts of this movie, the three things that are really good in this movie, really funny, I guess. Jason Statham's character, who's absolutely hilarious, who's constantly popping up in the middle of Susan's missions, and basically telling her how he once went undercover doing this even more outrageous things, and Jason Statham, excuse me, Jason Statham is absolutely hilarious delivering those lines, and Melissa McCarthy basically has to react to them, and he's absolutely over the top, and he's also a bumbling agent too at the same time. He messes up a lot of missions, and which is great. And Jason Statham is absolutely hilarious. He's basically parodying his own character in action movies and stuff. He's basically bragging about what he can do, but he's always screwing up and stuff. So he's absolutely hilarious. And the second thing that's hilarious about this movie to me is Rose Byrne. She plays the daughter of the terrorist, and she has the nuke wanting to sell, and who Melissa McCarthy has to track. And she's absolutely hilarious. She basically says the most hilarious lines, with the straightest of faces, and she's absolutely gorgeous, and she says those lines so deadpan, and she basically insults Melissa McCarthy a lot of times in the movie, and she says it with such a natural ease that she says these insults. It makes it funny the way she just totally plays the part, with a straight face. She's not winking at the camera or nothing. She totally plays it straight, and she's absolutely hilarious. And then there's a third character. I forgot the actor who plays Aldo. He's like an Italian guy who's there to assist Susan Cooper, Melissa McCarthy's character. And of course, at the same time, he plays this stereotypical Italian guy who's constantly groping Melissa McCarthy and stuff all throughout the movie. Susan Cooper's character, he's molesting her left and right, and he's absolutely hilarious because the actor really sells his lust basically for Melissa McCarthy. But like I said, as far as the movie is concerned, a lot of the jokes, a lot of the humor is really forced, and some of it is really not funny at all. And there's an actor, Miranda Hart, I think, who plays Susan Cooper's, Melissa McCarthy's best friend in the agency, and she's this tall British. She's just really, really not funny, and she's just really annoying and not funny. Okay, I just found her character extremely annoying, and whenever she's on screen, I just really kind of zone out because her character is really, really annoying. Jude Law is actually pretty good in this as well too, as this guy who's this top agent who appreciates Susan Cooper for being his eyes and ears in the field and stuff. But of course, he doesn't know that she's secretly in love with him. And it's really, like I said, the movie it's really uneven. It's the comedy. A lot of the comedy is hit and miss. Okay, and believe it or not, the action scenes actually are pretty good in this. He does a good director Paul Feig does a good job with the action scenes in this. Their action in this are actually pretty good. It's just a lot of the comedy is hit and miss. It's not as funny as it could have been. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like Kingsman, that movie had humor in it, and the humor in that actually hit, and it actually was funny. In this movie, a lot of the humor is really painful, and you kind of get secondhand embarrassment from Melissa McCarthy's character for a lot of the jokes that fall flat. But like I said, for those three things, I'm going to give the movie a 6.5 for Jason Statham, Rose Byrne, and the actor who plays Aldo, the lecherous Italian guy, who's Lestering actor Susan Cooper's character. And there is a funny bit where they kind of, when she goes undercover, they kind of, they kind of give her the undercover characters they give her are they get worse and worse as they go along, which is kind of funny the way they kind of, especially the one line I have to give credit to Miss McCarthy, because you see it in the trailer when she says, "Oh, great, this looks like I never had the touch of a man," and which I thought was just, which I thought was hilarious, wasn't a hilarious line. But like I said, a lot of the jokes, some hit, but a lot more miss in this movie. So that I can't quite get it above a 7. So again, I'm going to give it a 6.5. It had the potential to be more, and I heard that they're supposed to be making a sequel to this. As long as they have Jason Statham in it, and Rose Byrne can have a cameo in it, I guess. Yeah, I'm willing to check it out and see where it goes, and maybe they can tighten up the humor in it. But again, 6.5 again because a lot of the comedy didn't hit. Okay, it just there's no fault of Melissa McCarthy. It's just the lines that she was given, and some of the annoying characters, like her best friend character, I really hated. That actress, Miranda Hart, she was so annoying. She looked like an ostrich, a tall, brown-haired ostrich. Just really annoying. Okay, and they had this running bit about their the agency where they were being infested by vermin. Just really, a lot of that humor just really wasn't funny at all. Okay, especially that part just weren't funny. This wasn't funny. I'm sorry, it just wasn't. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a 6.5, and again, that's mostly for Jason Statham, Rose Byrne, and the Italian actress who played, or the actor who played the Italian lecherous guy, Aldo. He's funny. Okay, so 6.5. Anyway, let me know what you think of Spy. Have you seen it? What do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. And if you'd like to review, please hit the subscribe button down below. I also have another channel called Paul's Views and Opinions. The link will be in the description box below, as well as links to my Facebook and Twitter, so please check those out as well. And this is Trepacer saying so long and take care.